Hi, kindergartners. If you missed our lesson today, no worries. I have a recording here. We are talking about kindness during the month of December, and a sweet little book that I adore is called 3 Bags Full. And I bought this book by accident. I was trying to order a book for my mom called 3 Bags Full, but it was a book for grown-ups, like a mystery suspense book. And instead I got this one, and it is perfect. It was meant to be, because the first 3 words of this story are about kindness. And so that's why I'm sharing this with you today. I hope you enjoy the accidental purchase of 3 Bags Full. Millie was very, very kind. She tried not to squash flowers, and she tried not to step on anyone smaller than herself. One warm spring morning, Millie was skipping around the field and feeling happy. She sniffed a yellow flower and almost sat on a bird. She seemed so sweet. "I'm looking for a nice piece of wool for my nest," said the bird. "Help yourself," said Millie. "I don't mind if I do," said the bird, and she pulled a big clump of wool off of Millie. So Millie is sharing. She's being kind and sharing. "I'm also looking for a nice piece of wool for my nest," said Badger. "Help yourself," said Millie. "And me?" said Rabbit. "You too," Millie said, and rubbed herself against a tree so that they could each get a nice clump of wool. So she's still giving away her wool. But soon all of her wool was gone. "Look at you," said Alma, who was a sensible sheep. "Imagine giving away your good coat. Now you look like a goat." But Millie was happy. She hopped and skipped and hopped higher and higher, because she felt as light as a feather without her heavy wool coat. Now she's happy now, but I predict there being a problem. Something not so good is going to happen by giving away all her coat. Well, that night it snowed, and cold flakes landed on Millie's bare back. It made her shiver. Bird wasn't cold, Badger wasn't cold, Rabbit wasn't cold, but Millie was very, very cold. "You can stay up here with me in the tree," Bird said. But Millie couldn't climb trees. So the other animals are trying to be kind back. "You're welcome to stay in my hole with me," said Badger, but Millie was too big to crawl into Badger's burrow. She peered into Rabbit's hole and sighed. It was too crowded in there. "No problem," said a sly fox. "Stay with me. I like goats." "I'm not a goat," bleated Millie, and she ran off. So I don't think our fox friend was going to be very kind. When Mrs. Farmer saw Millie, she sighed. "I wanted that wool to make a nice cardigan," said Mrs. Farmer. "It's lucky I still have some wool left over from last year." And if you don't know what a cardigan is a sweater. So Mrs. Farmer was going to use Millie's wool to make a sweater. I wonder what's going to happen. That night, Millie slept in Mrs. Farmer's warm kitchen. She dreamed she was a goat. Clickety-clack went Mrs. Farmer's knitting needles all night long. So Mrs. Farmer is making something. She's knitting, and knitting means you're using yarn and some needles. They don't show them, but really long things, and making something. I wonder what Mrs. Farmer is making. I wonder if it's something for Millie. By morning, Mrs. Farmer had knitted Millie a sweater. It was green with yellow flowers and red hearts, and it fitted her perfectly. And Millie's smiling. I think she loves her sweater. Now, this is the funny part. It doesn't stop there. So Millie was kind to the animals. Mrs. Farmer was kind back, and the animals tried to be kind, but check this out. It might make you giggle. Millie skipped back into the field. She was warm again, and there's her pretty sweater. But there was a strand of wool hanging down the back of her new sweater. As she tried to pull it off, the sweater unraveled a little. I could use a nice piece of green wool, said Bird. Help yourself, said Millie. What do you predict is going to happen, boys and girls? That's what I think too. I think Millie is so kind. She is going to keep giving away more wool until she has no sweater left and she's back to being cold. But hopefully, some kind person or creature will help her again. And that, I think, my loves, is why I love Three Bags Full. It is about people and creatures doing kindness for others, and that kindness continues throughout the story. So I am asking you to continue the spread of kindness in your homes, in your community, with your friends and family, and at Star School. I'm asking you to give the gift of kindness to others, not only in December and the holiday time, but always. I challenge you to give 3 acts of kindness, or to do 3 acts of kindness this winter in honor of our Three Bags Full book. 3 acts of kindness, whether it's to someone in your family, your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, aunt, uncle, nieces, nephews, cousins, whoever that might be. An act of kindness to someone in your family, an act of kindness to a friend, and maybe someone at school, a teacher, a custodian, a secretary. And if you want to think even bigger than that, even an act of kindness to someone in your community, a neighbor, someone from your church, or someone that you know through your mom and dad's work. Spread kindness to others. I challenge you to do 3 acts this Christmas season. Thank you everyone for watching. Have a wonderful day.